ain't got shit on me!
Hey, what's up guys? This is 22 Bullets. I just wanted to go ahead and touch on Bowser because I haven't really seen any guides for him, at least since the iteration of Wii U. I've seen a lot of people playing him, and I play him myself, but compared to the majority of the cast, he gets no shine. So I just wanted to go ahead and cover some of his options, just in case there are people out there who don't know what he's capable of. There's actually a lot of misconceptions out there that I myself have perpetuated from time to time, you know, just because I'm not good at the game. So it's easier to make excuses and have stupid people believe it than to own up to the fact that I suck and inadvertently tell them just how good Bowser's options really are and the fact that I don't use it. But that's that. I want to start by covering my my controls. So I keep my rumble off because I feel like it throws me off. I think my execution is better when I don't have rumble. I keep my tap jump off, but most people do. So that's nothing surprising. And I actually mapped my C-stick to tilts. So I'll go ahead and tell you that Bowser's tilts, in my opinion, are better than his smashes. As a matter of fact, Bowser's tilts are better than most of his other options, like hands down. His forward tilt and down tilt are absolutely amazing. So now that that's out there, I'm gonna go ahead and just go into his moves. His neutral A is, in my opinion, his best spacing option, hands down. You've got 2 hits, just 2 standard hits, which means like any other character with 2 standard hits, you can go ahead and space it out. So you can mind game your opponent that way. Also, he has a really great neutral A combo in the sense that, just specifically speaking about spacing, it's really great in the sense that it actually moves Bowser himself. If you remember Ike from Brawl, how if you just did his first and second attack in succession, he kind of walked his way across the stage. Well, Bowser is similar, but instead of walking forward, he actually moves back, which is actually good for him because you don't want to get hit. I mean, you're a slow character. It's hard for you to react to faster characters. So moving back is actually a better option. So if you notice where his foot is, how it steps, right there on that line. Alright, do you notice that now it's not on that line anymore? If you just space out his attacks, you can actually walk yourself back a little bit. And you can continuously do this. You see what I'm saying? Just spacing out those attacks allows him to walk back. If you're doing them in rapid succession, he's not going to move back. As a matter of fact, he moves forward very, very slightly. I mean, I would call it like 1/3 of a pixel, if even that. It's so hard to tell just how forward he moves, but you'll notice it if you're close enough to a character where you're basically just breezing their shield or breezing, you know, their body. You know, like that little spark that happens when you're close but not quite there. Well, if you're doing that, you'll notice that eventually you'll get a hit on the character, and that's actually the only way I noticed that he was moving forward while doing that attack. But it's so minimal that it's pretty much negligible, in my opinion. But I guess somebody out there may find reason for it. I don't think, to me it's either you got hit or you didn't. But as far as spacing goes, he does move back, so that's a great option for Bowser, especially because he has a command grab, which not everyone does, which makes him kind of a grappling character in that sense, you know? So if you've ever played a grappling character or a command grab character in any other game, then you know that the command grab is typically your go-to for damage, for racking on damage, and as a matter of fact, his command grab does kill. So there's that. But you should be using it so much that you don't even notice that it has killing potential, unless you're very heavily relying on setups. Then that may be a little different for you. But going back to what I was talking about, his neutral combo rather does 11% damage, which is pretty good for a neutral combo, and it's no surprise that Bowser's really damaging anyway, so that shouldn't catch you off guard. So his standard A is his best spacing option in my opinion, followed by his forward tilt. His forward tilt reaches about as far as basically the length of Bowser's body. It's really, really far. It's something that you should be using very often. You should be throwing it out just to scare people even, especially if you know that they like to rush. Just go ahead and put that hitbox out there. Just scare them. But if that's, I use it for chasing because it's just good for the pivots. But if they're rushing at you, you really should just be using neutral A. So don't just throw this out, because it's one hit. If they dodge it, they'll punish you, as opposed to 2 hits, you know, that you can kind of delay. It's just a better option to go for your neutral A when you can. But if you're rushing someone down, let that back air rain free, you know what I'm saying? Like, just make it happen. So that's pretty much how I would use mine. Now his third best spacing option, which is also a killing move, is his down tilt. Yes, his down tilt. It's also great for ledge guarding. It does work, and it works quite well. And if I can get if I can get Greninja to do something stupid, but he's just like staying away, so I couldn't really say. Anyway, the point is, it's really good. As a matter of fact, that first hit has like a knockdown property, as you just saw, but only on that first hit. I've never noticed it beyond, you know, hitting someone at 0%. Usually people get knocked back, like clear across, but it is a strong hit. It is a killing move. It's great for spacing. It's good. I don't use it a lot, but I promise you, you should use it, definitely. Another great move that he has, particularly for chasing, is actually his forward air. It's really, really good in my opinion. And like most people, you know, they like to throw out their forward airs and back up. That's something that works for Bowser as well. I'm more bullheaded, so I like to chase. And if you saw a little earlier, it actually did kill Greninja when I hit him with it. It is a killing move. It's great for chasing, like I said. So if you catch somebody after they've used up that first jump, or, you know, they're knocked off of the stage trying to come back, if you hit them with that claw, there's a good chance at a, you know, mid to high percent that they're not coming back. Bowser's just that great of a killer, so keep that in mind. His up air is also a killing move, but I don't recommend it as much because the hitbox is actually rather small. It covers roughly the length of Bowser's body, which isn't much in comparison to what other characters can do, because it doesn't last very long. It's just one swift hit, and then you're done. You're just falling. And the animation, you know, takes so long for you to be able to actually do something that it's just not worth it. And he lands heavily, so unless you're like really up there trying to get that kill, I would highly recommend not doing it. So that's just me. I do it all the time, but I'm not good. So let's just, you know, let's keep that in mind. He also has a back air that kills. It's really strong. It's really strong, and it's good for control in a sense. If they're chasing you, just go ahead and throw it out, you know, just scare someone. It's a lot like the claw. You know how you throw that out and back up? Yeah, throw that up and then move forward move forward into it, but don't do it too close to the ground or you'll end up doing the Don Bailey. You know, you'll be lying on your side. Between that and the side smash, he spends enough time in recovery, and he's a heavy character, so he's going to recover hard regardless. So don't throw it out too recklessly. But you know, if you're just trying to control, you know, your ability to recover or something like that, you're mind gaming your opponent, then, you know, I guess it has its uses. Or it definitely does, but I personally don't recommend it. He has a neutral air that I personally think is the most terrible thing ever, but it does 20% damage. It's basically 5% per limb. So if you can catch somebody with the entirety of his neutral air, then you're doing really good damage. And I mean really good damage. I mean 20% is nothing to scoff at. You know, that's like a side smash. You know, that's just really strong as far as damage potential goes, but it doesn't kill at all. Nothing near it. So don't look to it for a kill. It lands heavily. So unless you're like chasing someone through the sky and you just want to put your damaging body out there, that's pretty much the only time you should be flipping through the air. But he has better options than that. His forward air, his up air, they're all better options. Even his back air is a better option. His down air is it has a huge tail. If you can see it, he like pops himself off of the ground before he even comes down. So anybody paying attention is gonna be like, oh, okay, he's doing that. Let me just block it and punish. It doesn't do much damage to the shield, so it's not like you're going to be breaking anyone's shield with it. It has a long recovery, so if you miss, you're getting damaged. But it has the added potential, kind of like Yoshi's Butt Stomp. it sends out this little wave, this little shockwave to the sides that knocks the opponent away. So if they're not used to that, then that'll happen. Also, it spikes. I don't know why you'd want to do that with this with this move in particular, but it is an option. So if somebody's coming up to the ledge and you forgot that you can do a down tilt, then you can always, you know, just go down A with the shell and hopefully you'll catch them. Unfortunately, you can't grab the ledge with the move, so if you do it and you miss, you even get close to the ledge, if you miss the stage, you're dead. That's all there is to it. I don't recommend it because he has a move similar to it, and that's his down B. His down B is a killing move. It breaks shields if they're blocking, it hits going up and down, and you'll grab onto the ledge. You'll literally do all of that. So, hit, going up and down. He grabs the ledge. You see what I'm saying? If they block the hit going up and coming down, then their shield is like 99% guaranteed to break. It's pretty much guaranteed, which means you're getting a raw side smash, and if they ate the butt stomp, chances are they're going to die from the side smash.
You little dumbass bitch, I ain't fucking with you.
I mean, not at such a low percent as Greninja is now, but you know, in most cases, side smash will kill. I take back what I said. If you do it near the ledge, and it's pretty much a guaranteed kill. Those are the only two moves you would need to kill someone outright. But then again, if they're blocking, then they absorb that damage, so they're not holding the 24%. I don't know. I've never been in a situation where somebody came back at 0%, ate a butt stomp near the ledge, and got kicked. It just doesn't happen. Most people aren't that stupid, so it wouldn't happen to them. But anyway, that said, butt stomp is a great recovery option because, of course, you're putting out all of that hitbox, so most people aren't going to want to contest it. If they're contesting you and they eat, wow, I killed myself. I did that. If they're trying to contest you, chances are you're going to grab the ledge. You'll be safe. The hitbox is coming down. If they get hit and they're at a decent enough percentage, they're going to die. Either way, you're going to be safe. And he has a lot of options out of that. You know, just recovery in general. Like any other character, you can roll back to the stage, hop back onto the stage. You could fast fall and hop over. You can jump back and hop over. You can hop right into the air. He has options, so there's no need for your opponent to stick their face out just to get hit by something that could potentially take their life. So it's relatively safe in that regard. There's not much of a contest there. Of course, if you're fighting against like a projectile character, let's say Mega Man for instance, you know, he's sitting here just charging his buster, you may not want to put your ass right in his face. Chances are if you're coming down to be able to do something like that, then you can just drift to the stage. So it's just a matter of picking your battles, you know, and make sure you know what you're doing. You know, just read the situation. Like any other character in any other matchup against any other person, read the situation and see if that's something that you really want to do. But going back to it, this is actually a killing move and it breaks shields. His other good B move, and he does have multiple great B moves. It's ridiculous just how good Bowser's Bs are in this game. But his other great B move is his up B. He actually has really good recovery. If you mash it out, he'll actually recover a little better. It kind of pushes him up into the air. So there's that. It's markedly better than what he had in Brawl, from what I can remember anyway, but it's been a long time since I've played Brawl. And if you do a grounded B, it just gobbles up space. It's absolutely ridiculous. It lasts so long. So of course, if you're playing against people that like to spot dodge a lot, like that's all they ever do, or they're coming down from the stage and they're spot dodging to get back, because they just have a fast character with high priority like that, you know, they're running a Sheik or something, then you know, just go ahead and do an up B, man. If you know that you're playing against people who like to do that a lot, just stand on the edge and do an up B. There's a chance that if they're trying to come up and you catch them with the up B, remember that the shell actually knocks the opponent back and forth across Bowser's body before it actually knocks them away, as you can see. So if you catch them right here at the edge, there's a chance that they'll actually, while trying to hop up, hit the side of the stage and go flying. It's not a spike, you know, it's just they didn't tech, but it is a possibility. You know, that is something that you could potentially look out for. But other than that, it's a great move for racking up some, you know, relatively decent damage. It knocks them away. It maintains good control of the ground. It's just something that you want to use often. I have killed with the down B. I mean, with the grounded up B. But it's not something that I should be killing with because I should be decaying the hell out of this move. It's just that good. His other really good B move is actually a side B. This is his command grab. It's really damaging. It also kills, and you'll find that a lot of Bowser moves are kill moves. But the great thing about his command grab is that there is zero landing lag. He could throw this out and do whatever he wanted once he hit the ground, as you can see. Has the added benefit where, you know, if you're playing against someone who knows this tactic, then they're gonna want to get out of the way. You know, they don't want to get grabbed, so they're gonna move because you can grab someone like that. Obviously, I mean, it's a command grab. I just killed myself. Oh no, I didn't. Bowser's amazing recovery saved the day. So you see, there's options. You can boom, catch him with the grab. You can whiff the grab, go into punches. It's just options for days with Bowser. So be sure to use them. They're there for a reason. I wanted to kill. I'm so bad with this character. Anyway. So that's one of your options. His forward B has no landing lag, so use it religiously. Guard the way you come back to the floor, because people will put on relentless pressure on Bowser because Bowser's slow. He has terrible options once he hits the ground. It'll always feel like he has an extra frame or two of landing lag, which isn't necessarily the case, but it'll always feel that way just because he's Bowser. He's heavy. The ground shakes when he lands. You see that? The ground literally shakes when he lands. This is the kind of character you're dealing with. So just adjust yourself, you know? Plan accordingly. Decay the hell out of moves that you can afford to decay. Play mind games with your opponents. Scare them. Make them feel like they're in you know, true mortal danger. Because that's the way you play the character. So that's his really good, another one of his really good B moves. What have I not covered? I covered the up, I covered the down, I covered the side, so I'm missing his neutral B, which is another great one of his moves in this game. It's really good for spacing, and you'll find that Bowser is heavily reliant on spacing techniques. So if you ever played Bowser in Melee or Brawl, you would have quickly learned that this was the worst move you could possibly throw out. Because unless your opponent was just scared of damage in general, they would walk right through that fire and punish you for it. You are 100% free while using fire, but you are 100% free no more. This move has been buffed, adequately, I might add. It is guaranteed at about half of its visual distance, I'll say. It pushes back. It's guaranteed to push back. And if they're not getting pushed back, then you get pushed back. So both of you will be pushed back. You see that? It creates space. It's built to create space. Now, the downside to that is if you're getting pressured, you're on the ledge, let's say you're right here. You blow fire, you're going to get pushed off the stage. And you're not going to grab the ledge automatically. You don't have that option. You're just going away. That's it, you're falling. So don't fall asleep while using that move, especially when you're near the ledge. But it is a move that you want to use. Remember that it can be angled. You can blow straight down, straight up. It's good for, you know, ledge guarding in general, because now they don't just move through the fire, they have to contend with the fire. So they're going to get pushed. So you can go ahead and do that. Protect their options, limit them, so they can't come up doing anything too dangerous. And then, you know, while they're on the ledge, trying to be cute, just go ahead and throw out an up B. If you think they're going to come back, you know, I mean, if you think they're going to hop back up, just up B them. They're not doing that, that's cool. Go ahead and swipe, man. Make them scared of you. Make them fear you. They're still, you know, hogging the ledge like crazy. Nothing that an up B won't solve. Put the booty on their temple. Scare them a little bit. You have options now. Bowser actually has legitimate options, viable options, and a lot of kill moves. So just be sure to focus on that spacing. Now, his smash attacks, I covered the down aerial a little bit because it contended with that a little bit. You know, they're kind of similar, so it was easier for me to compare the two. Let me go ahead and cover the smashes, and they're similar counterparts. The back air, its equivalent is the side smash, in a sense, you know, like if you do it too close to the ground, he's kind of doing the Don Bailey, he's laying down, I mentioned that earlier. But the thing about Bowser's side smash is it's so deadly that not using it might be a mistake. I mean, it depends on who you're playing against. You don't need a side smash in order to kill. You have many options, as I'm sure you know by now. You have many options, so you don't have to side smash. But side smash is so deadly, and I mean, you did see that at 24%, with the charged side smash, Greninja was dead. But of course, I charged that up, but Greninja was dead. At about 60% mid stage with a little bit of charge, I can kill Greninja, or mid 50s, you know, somewhere around there. I can kill Greninja with the side smash. Let's see, he's closer to here. Let's do it over here. Oh, he lived. That's cool. Well, we're toward the middle of the stage with a little bit of charge at about mid 50s, 60%. Greninja will die. At the ledge without charge at about 80%, Greninja will die as well. So it's that kind of killing move that you really want to focus on. Let me go ahead and put. I forgot that this is even an option. So let's go ahead and give him 57% mid stage, little bit of charge. There, that's a spark right there. You know, about mid 50s, early 60s, as low as that, with a little bit of charge you can kill. So, you know, use that for predictions. If you know you're playing against people who like to do this all day, go ahead and just hit them with one of those. You know, touch his temple with your boots, man. Give him that royal justice. Show him what's really good over here. Show him what the turtle dragon can do. So his side smash is really good. On the contrary, his down smash is really bad. Nope, wait, I lied. His down smash isn't bad per se. It's just you have another option. If you're gonna be throwing out anything that has Bowser spinning, it should be Whirling Fortress. 99% of the time, that's what you should be doing because it lasts longer. They're not gonna dodge it as well, so you should be throwing this out. I mean, why would you ever do this? There's like literally no mobility on it. It's only a 5% well, uncharged, it's a 5% damage difference. But you have no control over it. You have no pressure. If they dodge that, if they get out of the way, then you're punished because like everything else Bowser does, there's a recovery time. Why would you want to sit there on all fours just waiting for him to put something in your ass? I mean, that's just the dumbest thing you could possibly ask for. But it is a smash attack, so that's something to keep in mind. You know, if you're trying to really get that kill and you know that they like to land on your body and do things, then maybe down smash is the option for you. It's not something you need to always do, or really ever do, because he has an up B. A grounded up B is just so much better. So that's my take on the down smash anyway. Now for Bowser's up smash, going back to something positive, his up smash is actually really good as well, because it actually does two hits. It hits going up and coming down.
Coming up, coming down.
So if you're playing against somebody who likes to air dodge on their way to the ground, you know, go ahead and throw out an up smash. You know, they're gonna be like, oh shit, that looks damaging. They're gonna dodge, and hopefully you can catch him with the, you know, with the ground. Once he hits that ground, that's another hit. So, you know, maybe you could catch him with the second part. And in most cases, if they're trying to avoid getting hit, if they habitually try to dodge or roll away, then you'll be relatively safe just because they won't want to get hit by any of this. So they're gonna forget to add pressure. But you're talking about people who are average, you know, bad to average. If you're playing against good players, then of course, you know, they're gonna be looking out for it because, you know, good players look for options, and they're going to eventually realize that, you know, if you're hitting with the first hit and with the second hit, they're gonna avoid you altogether, which is just one more reason why up B is the best move there is. I mean, there's just so much control over your lateral movement while you're on the ground, and it does so many hits, and it has so much control, and it's guaranteed to knock away on the last hit that you don't have to worry about being punished in most cases. You know, you're kind of safe. I mean, don't do it at lower percentage or they'll just look at you, and then, you know, that's on you. But, you know, mid percent, not even mid percent, you know, just any percent that can really be considered damage, you don't have to worry about being punished. I mean, look at that. He was gone. Greninja was like up here somewhere, not way up there, but right there. You know, he was out of the way, so you weren't getting punished for that. So, you know, those are just some options that you really want to look out for when you're playing with Bowser or playing against the Bowser. You know, just watch out for things that he can do that you may not be able to. You know, things that might just ruin your day. You know, he is that type of character, the type of character that will ruin your day because he's a hard hitter. And that's actually one other thing. Bowser, like any other character, once Bowser has rage, he's a phenomenon, right? He's that deadly character where things that weren't killing you before are killing you now. And it's a big deal because as far as Bowser goes, a lot of his moves kill regardless at relatively low percentages. Like for example with the this, I don't remember what it's called, whether it's Bowser Bomb or whatever, Aerial Slam. I forgot what it's called. I think it's Aerial Slam. But whatever the case, his command grab can kill at about 80%, 90% with a ledge that's like about right, you know, there-ish. Where that ledge on Final Destination is. I mean, not, wow. The ledge on Battlefield, rather. You know, he'll be able to kill off of that. It's just really damaging. Also, take account of the direction in which your opponent flies. If you see it, the direction that Bowser's facing when he grabs, that's the direction that the opponent will fly off in. So, if you're here, for example, you get a Bowser Bomb on them, don't drag them back, because they're going to travel in that direction, west. If you move east, they'll travel west because you're facing west, which means it's a little bit more difficult for you to properly secure that kill. At least as far as the side goes. If they're going to die going up, then they're dead. That's all there is to it. So, if you're going to get that grab, try and move forward. You know, move them forward. Move them closer to the area in which they're going to die. A friend of mine actually pointed that out to me just yesterday. He actually told me he probably shouldn't have, but he did. And I never really noticed. I didn't pay enough attention. So, now I know. So, just go ahead and remember that. You know, Bowser does have certain things that really work in his favor. Particularly remembering the fact that there's zero landing lag on that claw. Don't be like me. I hardly ever use it. That's why I can't really show you because I suck with the character. I suck in general. So don't be me. I just want to do it one more. Can I? There we go. Ah, that feels good.
Bruh.
That's one other thing to point out with Bowser. If you're playing against someone who has a really good recovery, Bowser's been nerfed to the point where despite the fact you're above your opponent, he actually still dies first, which gives your opponent a chance to survive. And I'm actually glad Greninja allowed me to kill him like that. It's really a big deal for Bowser's now. We can't do the suicide thing like we used to, but most characters actually can't recover from that low. And most players actually won't be able to react as well when dealing with a Bowser that's doing the suicide bomb. There are very few characters that could come up from just being down there, you know, from raw. So that's another great reason why, you know, I'm fighting a Greninja, so you can at least see the fact that it is possible to come back from that. So I guess people fighting against Bowser, if you happen to use characters with great recovery, like Greninja, like Villager, those are things that you want to watch out for. If you're playing characters that like to rush in a lot, Fire is going to be one of your better options. If you're playing against people who like to rush in and grab, like Captain Falcons, your command grab will probably be your better option. Your Fire is going to be a better option, you know, for people that like to rush. A quick Whirling Fortress, if they like to run in and grab the way Captain Falcons like to do, you know, that'll punish them as well. So you have a lot of options. If you play people that like to sidestep a lot, bait that out. You know, throw out a punch, go into your butt stomp. You know, maybe you'll catch them slipping, you know, catch them with the scoop and get that hit, confirm that. It's all about reading your opponent, and always remember to keep your spacing, because spacing is really big for Bowser. So that's pretty much everything I want to cover that I can really think of. Everything else should really just be up to your discretion. So anyway, thanks for tuning in. You know, once again, if you have any ideas for Bowser, if you know of any Bowser combos that you want to let me know about, you know, I could go ahead and touch on those as well. And I'm down for learning more about Bowser as well, because, you know, it's my main character. I'm down to learn as much about my character as I can. So anyway, guys, thanks for tuning in, and I'm looking forward to learning new things about my character. Take care.
Oh.